Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here on True Confessions Naija. The confession you're about to hear comes from a message we received from one of our brothers, and the message reads like this. Good evening, Uncle Ori. My name is not important tonight, but my story is. I want you to listen carefully, because this is not just entertainment. This is my life. This is my pain. This is my confession. I was born in the Western Cape, South Africa. My father was a pastor. He was not a famous pastor, not a rich pastor, but a small-town preacher who carried the Bible everywhere he went. My mother was also a pastor in the same small Pentecostal church. From the outside, we looked like the perfect family. We looked holy, but inside our house, it was chaos. My father loved God, but he struggled. He had no money. He could barely feed us. He would preach out to people about faith on Sunday, and then come home to boil water because there was no food in the pot. He felt like a failure, and I saw it eating him alive. My mother was different. She was beautiful, ambitious, and tired of living in poverty. She wanted the good life. When a wealthy man started attending our small church, she noticed him. Before long, everyone noticed. Rumors spread, and then, one day, the truth exploded. My mother was having an affair with that man. That one scandal destroyed everything. The congregation left. The church collapsed. My father stopped preaching. He started drinking heavily, drowning in his shame. And me, I was just a boy. But I had to listen to my father telling me late at night how he wanted to end his life. He would look me in the eyes and say, "Son, I can't take this anymore. Maybe it's better if I just die." Do you know what it does to a child to hear his father talk about suicide every day? It broke me. I went to my mother in tears. I told her what was happening. I begged her to help. And do you know what she said? She told me to come to Durban and live with her and her new husband. She chose the rich man over us. She abandoned my father completely. So I left. I moved in with her and her rich husband. And that's when my life took a dark turn. In my early 20s, I met a Nigerian man. He became my friend. He was not rich at the time. In fact, he was struggling like my father once did. He was dating a married woman who drained him of everything he had. He was desperate. He used to say to me, "My brother, when you are poor, no man wants you. Poverty is the biggest cause." One day, he told me he was going to Nigeria. He said he knew a way to get rich, but he didn't explain. Months later, when he returned, I barely recognized him. He was weak, sickly, with a terrible wound between his buttocks. He could not even cook for himself. When I asked him what had happened, his confession shook me. He told me that in order to be accepted into the Freemasonry branch of Satanism, he had to submit to humiliating rituals. Men slept with him. They used oil and strange tools. The pain nearly killed him. But after that, his life changed. He suddenly had millions. He opened a big franchise restaurant. Just like that, he went from poor to rich. At first, I swore I would never do what he did. I told him I would never sleep with a man just to make money. I'd rather die poor. But as I watched him buy cars, hire workers, and live like a king, something inside me began to change. Poverty was choking me. Temptation was pulling me. One night, I broke down. I went to him and said, "Take me with you. I don't care anymore. Even if they hurt me, even if I had to go through what you went through, I am ready." That was how my journey into evil began. We traveled to Lagos, Nigeria. I cannot tell you the exact location because that church is secret. You cannot just walk in. You must be invited. And once you enter, your soul is tied forever. When it was my turn to join, they asked me, "What do you want?" And I told them without hesitation, "I want money. I want women. I want to live like a king." They said it was possible, but first, I had to sacrifice. They brought cats, many of them. I had to kill them with my own hands and eat their flesh. I wanted to vomit, but I forced myself. Then came the final ritual. Just like what happened to my Nigerian friend, they slept with me. I endured the pain, the humiliation, the shame. I told myself it was worth it. When I returned to South Africa, I was not the same. The wound they left on me never healed. To this day, I carry that wound between my buttocks. Sometimes it bleeds. Sometimes the pain is so sharp I can't see it. It is the physical reminder of the price I paid to join Satan's kingdom. But then, the money started flowing. I was given missions. My first mission was simple: sleep with young women. The younger, the better. They told me that every womb I touched belonged to the Satanic church. The babies those men would have in the future would carry curses, would be spiritually tied to darkness. I did it. I slept with more than 20 women, girls as young as 16, 17, 18. And because I had money, they followed me willingly. I corrupted them. I one after the other, and I laughed, thinking I was living the good life after corrupting their lives. My next mission was more dangerous. I was told to infiltrate churches, not to fight Christians openly, but to pretend, to act like a Christian, speak like a Christian, sing with them, pray with them, but secretly to destroy them. I joined the Pentecostal church. I sang in their choir. I even carried the Bible like a devoted Christian. But at night, I met with my masters. They taught me how to whisper false prophecies into the ears of pastors. They use familiar spirits, ancient demons that know every secret of every family. These spirits disguise themselves as angels, even as Jesus himself. Pastors believed them. They thought God was speaking to them. And when they stood before their churches to announce dates of rapture or miracles that never came, their followers lost faith. That was our mission, to break the fragile faith of Christians, and it worked. I watched churches collapse after failed prophecies. I saw congregations scatter. I saw people abandon God because of lies we planted. And each time it happened, we celebrated, we praised Lucifer. But here's the truth. Behind the luxury, behind the woman, behind the fake power, there is nothing but emptiness and pain. At night I cry. My wound burns. I hear voices mocking me. I see the faces of the women I've destroyed. I remember my father's broken eyes when he begged God for help, and I realize I have become worse than the man who betrayed him. This is my confession. I'm not proud of it. I don't share this story to glorify Satanism. I share it to warn you. Don't envy wealth that you do not understand. Do not believe every prophecy you hear, and do not think that evil gives without taking, because everything I gained came with a wound, with shame, and with destruction of my soul. I'm still fighting today. I don't know if I'll ever be free, but at least tonight you heard my truth. Sharing this with you has been important to me, and I look forward to engaging with your responses in the comments. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brothers. Let us try to talk to him in the comment section. Things they happen for this our world. Now wow.